Rich, you think it was the same thing you were talking about pregame? I mean, you said before games that they're a tough matchup for you. Trying to guard the pick and roll again?
I thought it was more just isolation than the pick and roll. I'll go back and look at the tape, but I thought the pick and roll was hard. It's always hard with them. But I thought just like me and you stuff was as hard, and I think even more difficult on first glance tonight. I'll go back and look at it, but I thought we really struggled just guarding, our men.
How or why did the offense get away from Joel so much in the second half after he really dominated the first half, obviously?
I mean, I think if you look at them double teaming the post, I think if you look at them fronting the post, I think if you look at him passing out of the post when they did double team, I think he had 6 assists, that it has a chance to reduce his shot attempts. I think they did a good job of making him pass. We'll go back and look at that, but I think it's more that than us forgetting about Joel Embiid.
There was a sequence in the fourth quarter there, about 2:45-ish left. Furkan had the 2 entry passes. He was looking for Ben down low, and I think he had 2 turnovers in a row. What were you looking for there? What happened?
Not that. It's like you're trying to get Ben the ball, but not in a deep. We run action off Ben as a sort of a post passer, and Ben felt like he had the guy buried. And, in the light of day, we'll go back and see that. I wished he'd stepped off that block and run what we were looking for. But, Ben gets people deep. You can see what he's thinking. But to me, I thought that almost was the game, during that sequence.
Coach, why do you think there was such a difference in the amount of foul shots taken between each team?
I think when you look at who we have, really Ben and Joel are going to be probably the only ones that shoot free throws when you look at our personnel that we're left with. And so if we start there, the opportunity to maybe catch up with other people getting fouled a lot because that's their style of play, that wasn't available to us. I think, when you look at Dinwiddie just trying to guard him, some of the abundance of free throws is a result of how we whacked them at the end of the game. But I think the discrepancy starts sort of for those reasons.
Right, with the struggles you guys have had against Brooklyn with Russell and Dinwiddie, and they have multiple guys who can handle the ball, does that heighten your concern at all for the teams you're looking at down the line, the Torontos, the Bostons, the Milwaukees, that they obviously have the talent level would be higher, and they also can do that same sort of thing?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I think when you look at go right to just the bench scoring. How many points did the bench outscore our bench by? It's a significant number. We get hurt there tonight. I give their bench credit. And, I give Brooklyn a lot of credit. If you look at the games that they have lost, they have lost, I'm told, more, crunch time game type stats. And, they just had a great win against Toronto. I've seen all of their close games. Some of them, they're really unlucky. And so I think that they're a good team to begin with. I do not feel like their record reflects how good they are. And I especially know that no matter what their record said, we struggle with that type of team. And we did tonight, albeit on demand. It doesn't discount for me the fact that we do struggle with that style of a team.
Despite the 2 turnovers, what did you think of Furkan's first start overall?
I thought he was good. I think he had trouble, like all of us did, on the perimeter guarding some of the live ball guards. But I thought he came out, he played, he was confident, made shots, had some stuff in the lane. And I thought he was very good tonight.
How much of it was bad defense or just Brooklyn making some just really tough shots?
I think that some of it was bad defense. I think that some of it was let down schematically. Where you got guys we call hot guys. They're some of the good shooters that are still, getting off shots. I think it's sort of a hybrid of them making some shots, us, I think, being a C- at times with our aggression and, maybe a C schematically trying to execute a game plan with their individual players. But I would put some blame proportionately kind of all over the place.
Was there a point you had Landry came in and hit a couple shots late? Was there a point where you said, "All right, it's down to 3 points after my starters back," or were you letting the bench run?
I was probably going to end up letting the bench run. You know, never did I really feel, even in that flurry, was it really a game? Like I thought, you know, I didn't feel it. The margin for me was too deep, and so I would have gone with that group that we had on the floor, the bench on the floor.
Thanks, Brett.
Thanks, everybody.